Welcome to the channel, guys. Riz here to break down the very first arc in the amazing One Piece manga and anime. Just be warned, there will be spoilers in this video if you haven't yet watched One Piece. So this arc is known as the Romance Dawn arc, which is covered in the first 7 chapters of the manga and episodes 1 to 4 in the anime. In this arc we are first introduced to Gold Roger, who is the king of the pirates. At least he was before he was executed. Without Gold Roger, this series would not exist, as immediately prior to his death he makes it known that his illustrious wealth, called the One Piece, which would provide any pirate with ultimate power, was hidden in the Grand Line. This in turn launched the Great Age of the Pirates. Fast forward 11 years, we are introduced to a red-haired pirate named Shanks, whose crew is called the Red-Haired Pirates. Pretty straightforward, right? Shanks and his crew have currently stopped at Fuchsia Village and have remained here for 1 year, when we meet a boy named Monkey D. Luffy, the main character in the series. At this time he was young and weak, but was determined to prove to Shanks that he should join their crew, and did so by stabbing his face. This causes a scar on Luffy's face, which we don't understand the anime, as this only happens in the manga. After this, the pirates laugh at Luffy as they can't believe his craziness, but this doesn't stop him from insisting to Shanks that he should join the crew. After this, Luffy is let down, as Shanks explained that his youth and inability to swim makes him disqualified from consideration. Luffy and the crew remain in the bar when Higuma and his group of mountain bandits enter, but are displeased when Makino the bartender explains that the red-haired pirates have drank it all. Shanks, being the kind man he is, offers Higuma the last bottle, just for it to be broken on top of his head. Higuma is a massive man that does not fear Shanks due to the 8 million berry bounty on his head. To our surprise, Shanks apologizes and cleans up the mess, causing Higuma to try and anger Shanks by laughing and breaking more plates before he and his crew leaves. Shanks and his crew laugh, displaying the mannerisms of these pirates that immediately get rid of any stereotype. On the other hand, Luffy shows his quick temper, storming after Higuma, only to be grabbed by Shanks. This is where the plot thickens. Despite being grabbed, he keeps walking as his limbs are stretched like rubber, causing the pirates to discover the devil fruit they had stolen was no longer in its chest, and Luffy let them know he ate for dessert. This fruit was known as the Gomu Gomu no Mi, or Gum Gum fruit, which gave Luffy the power of being a rubber man, but stripping away his ability to function in water for the rest of his life. Sometime in the future, Luffy remains in Fuchsia Village, particularly the bar, where Higuma and his gang walked in again demanding alcohol. Makino requested Mayor Whoop Slap, as Luffy was kidnapped by Higuma as he tried to fight him. Luffy was then going to be sold to a circus, but Higuma, being the cruel man he is, decided to kill Luffy for angering him. Luckily for Luffy, Shanks and his crew returned. Lucky Rocks then shot one of the bandits pointing a gun at Shanks, to which Shanks explained that he could accept an insult towards him, but would not be so kind against someone who threatened a friend. Ben Beckham, the number 2 in the Red-Haired Pirates, overpowered the bandits single-handedly, showing how strong the crew really is, but Higuma was able to escape with Luffy by throwing a smoke bomb. Higuma then exposed Luffy's main weakness by kicking him off the boat at sea to drown him in the water. We then see Luffy drowning whilst the Sea King known as Lord of the Coast eats Higuma and then focuses on Luffy, only for Shanks to save his friend just in time. This is where we see the first haki in the series, known as the Heishoku Haki, which allows the user to exert their own willpower over another. This diverted the Sea King but caused Shanks to lose his arm, making Luffy burst into tears. The red-haired pirates then prepare to leave the village, and the whole goal of the show is then displayed. Monkey D. Luffy runs up to the crew and explains that he no longer wants to join the team, but in fact wants to make his own that is stronger than the red-haired pirates, find the One Piece and become king of the pirates. Shanks then gives Luffy the infamous straw hat, and is only to be returned when he has achieved these goals. 10 years into the future, we see a more grown-up Luffy, who has his own small rowboat. Luffy is then sucked into a whirlpool and is trapped, raining on his parade of plotting his future. Here we meet some new characters, being Alvida, her crew, and Kobe. Alvida abuses her crew and insists they do whatever she says, as she believes she is the most beautiful woman. Kobe is then sent ashore to their base, where he finds a barrel that was on the sand and takes it to the wine cellar. The crewmates then went against Alvida's rules and broke open the barrel, as they thought there was alcohol inside. Luffy then jumped out after sleeping, making a lot of noise, causing Alvida to throw her huge mace into the wall and collapsing it. Luffy, being the brave but quick to act boy he is, insulted her, causing everyone to be in shock, where surprisingly Kobe insulted her too. Alvida then attempted to hit Kobe, but Luffy blocked it with his rubber body and knocked her down with his gum pistol attack and escaped with Kobe on a boat. Kobe expresses to Luffy that he would need to enter the Grand Line to achieve his dream, with Luffy responding he would form a powerful crew, starting with the great bounty hunter Roronoa Zoro. This entailed the two to head toward the marine base in Shelltown after hearing he was captured by Captain Axehand Morgan. Zoro was very stubborn and didn't want any help, and it was found that he had a deal that he had to last a month without any food. Despite this, a young girl attempted to help him, but Helmeppo, son of Captain Morgan, took the rice balls off the girl and stomped them into the ground, explaining that what she was doing was considered a crime. Once the area was clear, Luffy attempted to recruit Zoro, but as he was an infamous bounty hunter and was working towards his dream of becoming the greatest swordsman, he declined. It is then understood to Luffy that Helmeppo and Morgan were bullies, and Zoro was arrested for saving the girl from his ferocious dogs. Helmeppo then entered and explained that he would execute Zoro in 3 days, but Luffy, being the brave man he is, confronted him and beat him to the ground. Luffy then went back and tried to recruit Zoro, but Zoro would still not accept. Helmeppo, being an entitled crybaby, went to his father and demanded he kill Luffy, but he was too busy worrying about them creating a statue of him. Captain Morgan then shows how truly cruel he is, ordering his men to kill the girl who tried to feed Zoro, with the crew not complying, angering Morgan to attack them. Luffy grabbed Helmeppo and told him to give Zoro's swords back, to which Helmeppo showed him where they were. Kobe was then untying Zoro and explained that they were going to kill him anyway, and that Luffy was going to save him, then was abruptly shot in the shoulder. The two were then held at gunpoint by the Marines. We then get a flashback into Zoro's past and how he promised his master Koshiro's daughter Kuina that he would be the world's greatest swordsman after losing to her 2,000 times in a row as a child. After Zoro lost to her the last time, she died the next day by falling down the stairs, making Zoro never stop fighting for his dream until the day he dies. Luffy returns to the field and blocks the bullets that were shot at Zoro and Kobe and hands him the 3 swords, to which we find out he is a Centurion user who mastered the use of 3 swords at once. Luffy and Zoro then proceeded to beat the Marines and prove they were a great duo. After defeating the Marines, the 3 headed to the girl's mother's restaurant to eat, and Luffy was able to convince Zoro to join him on the Grand Line. The Marines then came and kicked the 2 out of the town, but were thankful for ending the reign of Captain Axehand Morgan. Kobe was asked to enlist in the Marines, which was his lifelong dream, to which Luffy almost ruined it for him. Luffy and Zoro were cheered off from the city, and that is the end of the Romance Dawn arc. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and just know this is the start of many more. I will be covering every single arc in the One Piece series, so be sure to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest content. Catch you in the next one.